Hi guys, we are Group 10 and we have Yueyang, Jialing, Meipuhui, Yao, and Zitong in our group. We chose a target country as Denmark and found through our research that exporting bicycle from Australia to Denmark may boost the Australian economy. I am Zitong and I will firstly introduce the political elements of Denmark. The Kingdom of Denmark, abbreviated as Denmark, is located in the north of Europe with Copenhagen as its capital. It borders Germany to the south, the North Sea to the west, and Norway and Sweden to the north. It has a low topography and a total area of 42,924 square kilometers, with a coastline of 7,314 kilometers. As of June 2022, the total population of Denmark is 5.88 million. Denmark was established as a constitutional monarchy in 1849, joined NATO in 1949, and joined the European Community in 1973. Denmark is a developed Western industrial country with one of the highest GDP per capita in the world, ranked 10th in the World Economic Forum 2019 Global Competitiveness Report. Denmark's economy relies heavily on trade with other countries. Denmark is a founding member of NATO and a member of European Union. In 2020, Denmark's GDP is 355.2 million US dollar, which is 514 billion Australian dollars. Denmark is more democratic than totalitarianism, pursuing individual rights, freedom, economic and political interest. Pursuit of economic self-interest, it is also a mixed economic country with huge economic and social welfare provided by the government. At the same time, Denmark is also a very environmentally conscious country. The Environment Protection Act enacted by Denmark in 2017 outlines factors such as air, water, waste, soil, and noise. Denmark is also a country that prefers clean energy, with more than 50% of their electricity production being generated by wind and solar power. One can see the commitment of Danish team to environmental protection. Because of this, Denmark taxes fuel car heavily and promoted bicycling for transportation. Even the Danish people held a car-free Sunday in Copenhagen, and that's exactly why we chose the bicycle industry to be in Denmark. And next part.
Okay, thank you, Zitong. Here's my part. Hello, I'm Jialing. I'll take the second part of the pestle model. As we learned, the pestle model consists of 6 different angles to analyze the elements of the business environment. The first part is the political elements. The most important factor affecting Denmark's political landscape is its membership in the European Union. Denmark is a long-standing member of the European Union. It benefits from numerous trade policies that help to significantly boost the country's economy. As it stands, Denmark is set to remain a member of the European Union soon, which guarantees the country a strong political and economic foundation. Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, has announced that it hopes to become the world's first carbon neutral city by 2025. The so-called carbon neutral means that the net carbon dioxide emission of the current year will be reduced to zero through various reduction or major measures. The city sprintly promotes green urban transportation, promoting the bicycle instead of walking. And next part is about economic. Denmark has one of the highest gross domestic products of any country in the world per capita. This signals just how strong the Danish economic is. More importantly, the high GDP per capita allows Denmark's residents an extremely high standards of living. It also leaves them with plenty of disposable income, which in turn helps to drive the economy. And another important aspect of the Danish economy is the low income inequality. In fact, Denmark has some of the world's lowest inequality rates. Low inequality indices are overwhelmingly positive for the country as they ensure all residents enjoy a similarly luxurious quality of life. This means that the luxury attributes of a private car are very low in Denmark. Instead, the bicycles have replaced them as the new trade. And the next point is about social culture. Denmark has a good social order, and its citizens have high pursuit of living standards. Their working hours are fixed, overtime requests are rare, and their spare time is sufficient. In addition to the high degree of integration with nature, passion for outdoor sports, and inclusiveness among Danish people, cycling has become a part of the daily layer and the social life of Danish people. In Denmark, bicycles rank first, public transport second, and private cars last. This because the Danish demand for transportation is only a mean of transportation and has no other value attributes. In addition, the inner area of each Danish city is small, so bicycle travel with environmental protection is and additional attributes of health has become the primary travel preference of Danish people. Okay, and then let's move to the next page. The next point is about technological. Being an extremely developed country, it should come as no surprise that Denmark is considered as a digital country. Thanks to the combination of sharing technology and bicycles, Denmark also has a good bicycle transportation service. Copenhagen alone has more than 100 free bicycle parking spots. Denmark has an incredible strong research and development technology. Once again, the country's R&D skill is considered one of Europe's strongest. Of course, this established R&D sector should come as no surprise, given the country's economic development and progressive thinking. The new energy policy calls for a doubling of funding for research and development in the energy sector, which favors commercial bicycle development. And the next part is about legal. The energy tax measures include an increase in the existing carbon dioxide tax from 2008 and a new nitrogen oxide standard in 2010. This movement will reduce the use of motor vehicles for transportation, and the bicycles will have from a high market share as an alternative. The next part is the environmental. Despite growing investment in renewable energy sources, Denmark is still very much dependent on fossil fuels. The country has considerable oil and gas reserves, which are largely used to supply current energy requirements. Denmark has previously exported some of its oil and gas supplies, but they are no longer in the position to do so. In any case, this dependence on fossil fuels may prove to be a problem for Denmark shortly if the European Union imposes new taxes on fossil fuels. Therefore, there is an urgent need to reduce the dependence on motor vehicle, as well as a mainstream orientation towards non-energy vehicles. The above is my analysis of the business environment based on the Danish bicycle market. Please move on to the next section.
Hi everyone, I'm Meipuhui. I'm going to talk about the role of the Danish government in this industry. The government of Denmark plays a significant role in the cycling industry in the country, considering three pillars of institution. In terms of regulatory institutions, the Danish government has transformed their Environmental Protection Act 1973, that is promoting the usage of cleaner technology and the development of cleaner products in the life cycle context. The Parliament of Denmark further passed an act in the year 2006 that lets the four biggest cities in Denmark start lowering emission zones. These major cities have created low emission zones where heavy-duty automobiles are obliged to have filters that lower the emission of harmful gases. Similarly, in terms of normative institutions, it can be said that people in Denmark have reached a consensus on protecting the environment. After the Middle-East oil crisis in the early 1970s, there were protests in the country to make the city clean and completely vehicle-free. People became concerned about climate change, air pollution, and the requirement of the increase in the number of office staff to get more exercise, which led to the popularity of bicycles in this country. Considering the cognitive institutions of the Three Pillars institution, the government of Denmark has introduced the Bike to Work campaign to encourage employees to cycle to their work. This campaign aimed to address several challenges that range from heavy crowding in Copenhagen to risky countryside highways. In the year 2014, this campaign was able to pull a 2.5% change from public or personal vehicle transport to cycling and also motivated thousands of people to start their seasonal biking. The government has also developed an online knowledge platform called Cycling Danish Solution, which is Cycling Embassy of Denmark providing knowledge of cycling in Denmark. This website makes people aware of cost-benefit analysis of bicycle road traffic to children cycling, bicycle parking amenities, ITS solutions for cyclists, and cycle tourism, and also provides several articles on the preparation and application of safe cycling setup. The government plays a significant role in developing the cycling industry in Denmark. In January 2022, the Danish Ministry of Transportation publicized that 2022 is the year of the bike. This program was commenced as a part of their big infrastructural plan, that is an investment of nearly $458 million in fresh biking infrastructure. The Danish government also signed a promise for the green adaptation of the road system in the nation, investing nearly 70 million euros in the bike road budget. This will include 20 roadside projects and the building of bicycle lanes equivalent to the state highways. Please move on to the next station. Thank you.
Thank you, Meipuhui. Hi, I'm Yueyang. In this section, we would like to discuss the international trade agreement to be considered. Australia has a significant two-way goods trade relationship with the European Union, with a value of 69.3 billion in 2016. The European Union became Australia's second largest trading partner in the financial year 2018-19, according to the data published by the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Australia and the European Union launched an ambitious FTA negotiation in 2018. Once it is in place, Denmark will enjoy the benefit of this multi-billion-dollar FTA as a member country of the European Union, which is expected to assist post-pandemic economic recovery. This FTA seeks reduction or elimination of EU tariffs on a wide range of goods, thereby providing Australian exporters with competitive edge and would give Australian business access to a large market in the EU. Despite of the well-understood benefit, it was also reported that European Parliament voted for a new carbon border adjustment mechanism in 2021, with a carbon levy up to $77 per ton on products from countries lacking serious pollution reduction programs, including Australia. As the CBAM is expected to come into force in 2023, Australian exporters could face millions of dollars of additional tariffs on their products, which could add to the cost significantly. On the other hand, the mechanism is also designed to protect local businesses who produce the same products but charge tariffs under the EU's emission trading system, as it employs tariff as a barrier to regulate the market and promote fair competitions. Please move to the next part. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Peng Yao. I'm going to present part 5. It is important to take the technological factors and global financial issues into consideration if Australia plans to sell bikes in Denmark. First of all, technology is one of the important elements in the PESTEL model to analyze the business environment of one industry. Technology is changing rapidly now. Its factors include, but not limited to, the following like automation, how research and development may impact both cost and competitive advantage to the company. Technology infrastructure, finally, is the cybersecurity, which advantages can be to granting the consumers privacy. In Denmark, bicycles are very important means of transportation. The Danish government has high quality requirements for the sale of bicycles, and the quality requirements and safety guarantees for bicycle lead to high prices for bicycles in the region, with an average bicycle costing more than 100 euros. Therefore, the quality and safety technology of the bicycles is one of the necessary factors to consider when entering the Danish market. Secondly, it is also essential for Australian bicycle sellers to consider the impact from global financial issues. Under the globalization, the financial crisis can influence all or most of the financial indicators to the extent that it affects the stability and the development of the relevant countries and the world economy. The global economy is currently facing multiple issues, such as US interest rate hikes, inflation of the world, and the financial problems from the war between Russia and Ukraine, and supply chain management coordination, which is also a widespread question in manufacturing industry. Michael, an economic advisor to the Danish government, and Olsen, who is an economic analyst at Danske Bank, point out that since the Denmark flexible job market, solid government support, and moderate consumption of consumers, they believe that the Danish economy has a high ability to withstand global economic problems. According to the survey, the Danish bicycle market is one of the least affected by the global financial crisis. Therefore, Australian investors need to consider the economic crisis, and it is also necessary to consider whether the scope of issue is manageable. Let's move on to the conclusion. In this presentation, we implemented a PESTEL framework, analyzed political, technological, and financial issues that are influencing the business environment of Denmark's cycling industry in an attempt to capture the booming market as well as explore opportunities for Australian bicycle companies to export their product to Denmark market. Next, you can see is the reference list that we used in this presentation. Lastly, thank you for listening.